Hello there friends, the most anticipated drama of this winter, the European RMR, is slowly approaching its end, so it's time to sum up the results of the Group B and the RMR at all, and of course discuss all the latest news. The input lag deal, esports teams expenses, S1mple, KRB and other things. Anyways, without further ado, let's get straight to it. As always, we start the episode with the roster shuffles. After their disappointing performance at RMR, Into the Breach decided to make some changes. They removed Beamus and Misuta and kept only the trio that made it to the major playoffs last year. Nothing unexpected here, to be honest. Also, as you remember, NIP almost disbanded recently, removing Config, S-Tag and Hattrick from their roster. Well, Config didn't wait for the end of the major and already assembled a new lineup. He brought in KRB and Jugi and started training. It seems more like they're just having fun and creating content, but some part of the community is convinced it's the return of the Danish veterans to the pro scene, like official and in full seriousness. I guess we'll see. And that's basically it for team roster reshuffles, but there's still plenty of other news. As you know, big streamers have taken up a new hobby, creating their own CS2 teams. Recently, one of the largest Russian-speaking streamers, Boster, revealed how much he spends on his team, Gun 5. In short, his expenses amount to about $420,000 a year with zero income. Not the most profitable business, I should say, and this sparked a wave of discussions. For example, the former CEO of Hellraisers chimed in and said that these sums are not adequate and either Boster is just trolling us or he is being really scammed. Like, he counted a maximum of $13,000 of salaries a month for the whole team and staff, maximum $8,000 a month for boot camps, and like $3,000 or $4,000 for other expenses. And with all that, we get like $300,000 a year max. In general, it's a hot topic. Everyone loves to count other people's money, but in any case, as we can see, making money in professional CS is very difficult. The main option is to qualify for the major and get stickers. Gun 5 couldn't pull it off. But that's all small potatoes compared to the wave of discussions sparked by S1mple. As you may remember, he recently moved to Falcons, and this news just blew up Twitter, and now he revealed how much his salary is.
Salary 1 million per month. I feel like a football player right now.
However, the main topic of discussion was something else. S1mple has returned to CS and streams every day. He constantly complains that nothing works for him online.
You don't.
You should go B. I'm waiting for push.
Donut. Dead donut. One more donut.
Man, how do you think, guys? Do I have
One cave.
input lag?
We're with you. He fell back.
Do I
I'm
have
gonna search guys, okay?
input
Three guys behind you.
lag? It felt like
He was with X and
he
guys.
just
I'm gonna take fight from CT.
he just dumped me.
Let's take fight together.
Banana.
А что же он за такой, блядь,
One
сука?
down mid. Flash me.
Flashing in front of you, flashing in front of you.
Я так хочу на лане сыграть, ребята. Я ебал, блядь, этот онлайн играть, квалификации, ничего.
And stay was on A.
Господи,
I'm going to spawn.
Pavel, I smoke short for you. Smoking short.
с этими инпут-лагами, как будто у меня хакеры взломали систему, ебучую.
Picking banana.
Ой, блядь, боже, какая уебищная игра. Я не играл ни одну PS2 официалку. Я только по рассказам слышу, что на лане игра другая и все. Поэтому я, блядь, и хочу играть на лане, а не в этой онлайн-помойке. На квалификации, к сожалению, онлайн. It feels like on aimbots it's one game, on server with input lag it's different game. I want to fix this fucking input if I still have it, because I don't understand if I have it or no. I cannot see it with my eye. Maybe I'll re-download CS. We'll see.
It has even come to the point that S1mple decided to move to a new apartment because of this input lag and how he started it. During his stream, he forgot to mute his mic and revealed these intentions live. And you know guys, honestly, the talks about this have been going on for a long time. Input lag is understandable, but specifically electric input lag is more of something from the realm of eternal scientific debates. Some people say that it definitely exists, while others just joke about it and advise wearing a tinfoil hat. And in general, this has been discussed for years, but now there's a lot of attention to it. In the community, people joke that you need to turn on the iron to make sure nothing lags. Others wrap their computer in something, and some change devices every month. In short, people entertain themselves as they can. And even pro players joined the discussion. Magix from Team Spirit asks his followers how to deal with the same problem as S1mple, but with practical solutions. And Ankara is already thinking of launching his line of esports irons, turn it on and no more input lags. Well, and then everyone else in this matter was left behind by Donk, and here he's the head of the whole planet, as always.
Да, мне нужен утюг, походу. Диздряга. Да, ребят, на мажоре утюги будут стоять около компов, чтоб инпут-лага не было.
Solo?
Не дай бог.
Only him, I think.
Н везде, все вместе.
Bench.
И второй потом был
Тише,
минус
ладно.
50.
Да тут нихуя не поможет. Там, походу, 5 утюгов играет. Там,
I think we can.
ну, нереально.
Let's win pistols.
Очень тяжело.
Two.
Тетрис. Тетрис Z.
Here's a lot,
Pause and
bomb.
sandwich.
No, more.
No one city, no one city.
Cover.
I'm going to you. I will check.
Вот
Stairs.
так вот убивают. Что за бред?
We should save everything.
Просто охуеть. 0 шансов. Подключи утюг уже, блядь.
Ебучие инпут-лаги, блядь, придумывали нахуй электричество. Раньше нахуй на угле все работало, блядь, и ничего нахуй. Так прикинь, реально стикер с утюгом сделать, это хайп, нахуй.
Да. Да.
City last. Я ебал в рот этот input lag.
In general, everyone reacts differently. Some really believe that there's an electric input lag, while others just laugh it off. Friends, what do you think about this? Is S1mple wasting his time looking for a new apartment, or is there logic in it? Write your thoughts in the comments below, it will be interesting to read. And also, Dexter and Donk found out from S1mple which position he'll be playing in Falcons.
Ты, кстати, опорник, Саня, или кто? Секрет есть какой?
Или с АВП.
Опорник теперь, ебать.
Да не, какой опорник, блядь?
С АВП все-таки?
Нет.
Ну,
S1mple's топорник, да?
На
Там же
бэкапе
говорили,
ты
второй
заебись.
авик. Зоник
Ага.
писал.
Ну, добавь
авик,
второй.
райфлер.
Б-опорник с
Я
АВП,
на А,
короче,
я
да?
на А вообще.
Джеки, can you play B?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Не, ну вообще моя позиция занята, если так.
Well, and now, friends, it's time to dive into the RMR and see how Group B concluded, how many surprises we got, and who made it to the major. We've already discussed the first day of Group B in the previous video, so if you haven't seen it, just click the button and do it. So now let's reconstruct the timeline. On the second day, Cloud9 and Vitality battled for a direct spot in the major. Everyone expected a super close CS with overtimes and comebacks, but what we got was more of a one-sided beating. In the first map, Cloud9 annihilated in defense, giving Vitality only one round. Boomich ended the second half with a 6 KD. After that, on Inferno, a turnaround happened, and Vitality dominated while Cloud9 managed to secure only 3 rounds in their defense. On the third decisive map, Anubis, Cloud9 once again took control. That round in a 5v2 situation was something else.
Oh, they've got a whole lot on their plate. Nice first, and isolate Saiwu. Repositioning, what is Boomich doing to them? Oh, Boomich with 3! And it's winnable now. Perfecto, have you got it in you? Yes, he has! 1v1, Mezzi has to save him. He has the kit, but they're playing the time, and Boomich and Perfecto with a 2 versus 5 that no one saw coming. Madness!
Whoa, they took... Once again, Boomich stood out the most. With a 19-8 score, boasting of a KD ratio of over 2 against Vitality, Boomich came into this RMR in top shape, taking down the world's #1 team and leading his team to a 3-0 in the groups. And all of this without a dedicated sniper in the lineup. A fantastic result, and the guys deserve all the congratulations.
Oh, Axel hits the headshot, and no, it's over! Just as easy as that, Cloud9 off to Copenhagen! Up against Vitality, no less, the defending champs.
That win feels real good. You can see how happy they are.
As for the much discussed Spirit after their success at Katowice, they couldn't make it through with a 3-0 score. They lost to Mouse, albeit in a very close match. However, the complete collapse happened during the crucial round of the whole encounter.
This situation, Zertian will open things up. He'll live to tell the tale as well. The first incision has been made, and the second, it looks like they've done enough to book themselves a place at the major. 5 versus 2. Shiri kills each and every time. Jimmy will go down first. Can he hold on? No! And Shiro thrusts into a 4-on-1. Mouse Sports surely done enough, and there it is! Mouse are your next team to the PGL Copenhagen Major!
What an absolute miracle run at the end of this second half. They looked like they were locked out.
Nice, блядь!
Сука, ебать мы нахуй закинули. Блядь, что вы делаете, ребята? Ёб твою мать, нахуй. Я не знаю, парни. Просто торопимся и все.
Да не торопимся, Лёнь. Наоборот, нам не хватает скорости.
Нет, подожди, братан.
Вообще по жести.
Suddenly, Dong had one of the worst matches in his career with a rating of .88, something he usually have in lower leagues when they play, and if they play. It seems Dong's magic has run out. Like, you can't always break records. Or has it? Anyways, Mouse is heading to the major with a 3-0 score, a fantastic result for such a young team. Once again, they delight their fans with their consistency and impressive performances. Congratulations. As for Spirit, on the following day they showed what they're capable of. Against Heroic, the Dragons looked much better and won 2-0 without much trouble. On Anubis, they only gave up 2 rounds in the second half, and Donk once again put up crazy numbers. 23 frags to 9 deaths, and a rating of 1.69. Nice. On Nuke, at first, it seemed easier. Spirit were leading 9-1 and steadily were moving towards the major. But then suddenly Heroic pulled off a heroic comeback. And in the end, it all came down to a decisive round at 12-11. Leading 11-3 on the attack, Chopper's team faltered. However, Magix saved Spirit from failure, preventing Heroic from forcing overtimes.
Selected, and Magix was ready for that fight. Kickstand comes back up the vent. 2v2 to try and get into overtime, and now it's down to 1. Magix up against Tessus. He'll climb his way up Hut. The vantage point. Just waits for his moment. Magix brings them to Copenhagen. Team Spirit qualify. Donk will have his first major. Zontix has his first major. And Magix remembers missing out on Paris.
Anyways, congratulations to Spirit on securing a spot at the major. Not with a perfect 3-0 as many expected, but 3-1 is still a nice result. Moreover, now they have plenty of time for preparations, so I believe they can address their mistakes before the tournament. Vitality also didn't disappoint. After their loss to Cloud9, the guys stepped up and easily closed out Ans. Zaivu showcased his brilliance again, leading his team to a 3-1 record in the group. Speaking of Ans, after their 0-13 loss to Spirit on the first day, many had already written them off, claiming that Polish CS was dead again, except for Glaive, who stood against it. This genius, this legend, just orchestrated a comeback from 3-9 against Gamer Legion, pushing it to the overtimes and finishing with the best stats in the team. However, this wasn't enough against Vitality, and it didn't work, honestly. Yeah, and most importantly, this defeat wasn't the end for Ants. They dropped to 2-2 and awaited their opponent for the crucial slot. In an epic turn of events, their opponent turned out to be S1mple's. The Danes, recovering from a 1-1 setback against Heroic, achieved sweet revenge led by Tassis and Shush. Then, in a sweat-inducing battle, they triumphed over Monte in a best-of-3. As SDY returned after illness, playing in a mask, gave his best effort, but unfortunately his teammates couldn't support him enough. Thus, S1mple's sent Monte home and reached a 2-2 score, facing Ans in a tough battle. And it was here where Glaive showed what he's capable of. On their favorite map Vertigo, the Poles found it too easy. They led 8-1 and faced no troubles, with a final score 13-6 confirming their dominance. The duo, worth $2 million combined, racked up only 15 frags between them, making good progress, guys. Hit that like button if you find this hilarious. On Ancient, the situation was much closer. S1mple's won 7 rounds on the attack, which is an impressive feat. But who would have thought that Glaive wouldn't leave them any room to breathe in return? Despite Device not smashing his monitor again, it didn't make much difference.
Off the bomb now. Looks like they've done enough. Hades can close. Device on the bomb. Back turned. Hades, you just have to shoot him. You just have to shoot him. 12 is theirs. Yeah, a sigh of relief for ENCE as...
Oh, the Device classic.
This captain was kicked out of Astralis, I remind you. He feels right at home with the Poles, while Stavn and Yabi back in action scored 10-18 and 10-19 respectively. With an 0.5 KD ratio, they had the worst stats, but they left Heroic in a scandal and are now playing for the best team in Denmark, so I guess it's alright. At least that's what they think, probably. And Glaive proves otherwise.
Yabi here, ENCE. ENCE have done it! They're off to Copenhagen. A huge sigh of relief. And Glaive takes down Astralis to do it. Poetic for sure.
And they've done it in 2 again. It wasn't as dominant at Katowice, but it didn't need to be. ENCE victorious in Bucharest.
Over to you boys, break that one down.
What does it mean to you to come back with this team where you weren't sure what you're going to get, make the major and do it in style?
It means quite a lot. It means a lot to me and also to the team and for everyone. So, wait.
No, it's fine. Yeah. The majors make this feeling. The RMRs do this every time, win or lose. And for you, you've been battling back and forward with this team, right? You go 2-2 and getting it done over Astralis. That is what's most impressive. And this is why it means so much to you, right?
Yes, and I mean, I didn't qualify for a major 3 times in a row. So this was really meaningful to me.
Oh Jesus, I am so genuinely happy for Glaive. Personally, I was burying him too when ENCE signed those polls. No one could even remotely imagine what would come out of it. And here they are, breaking into the pro scene. They made it to the major and they sent Astralis packing with a 2-3 score. And Glaive, he's just a god. He found the right connection, the chemistry with his teammates, and now they're going to the major in Copenhagen. I feel sorry for Device, the only representative of the Golden Five with a champion's character. I always said with Stavn and Yabi you won't get far, it's just their way of thinking. Although they still could have a chance in the last chance qualifier, but guys, let's be honest, we all know how it already happened. And I'm also pretty sorry for Dupree. He gave it all to make it to the home major, but alas, even his efforts weren't enough. Preezy lost to Guild Eagles and went 1-3, even out of the last chance qualifiers. Dupree was the only player who didn't miss a single CSGO major. Unfortunately, this streak ends in CS2. But you know guys, there's one positive thing, the bright side. Heroic impressed me a lot. They beat Astralis, they put up a fight against Team Spirit and even made it to the major themselves. They effortlessly defeated Gamer Legion and finished the group with 3-2. If only they had left Dupree in their team, they would have been unstoppable. Still, I am genuinely happy for them. Few believed that this patched up roster could do something, and yet they're showing results. And by the way guys, speaking of the Danish players, very few of them made it to the home major in Copenhagen. Sure, there's Huxi, there's Kerrigan, there's the Heroic Trio, but not a single fully Danish team. Fortunately, Ecstatic took on this challenge themselves. They went through the open qualifiers, then the closed ones, were on the verge of elimination in the last hope bracket, yet they made it to the RMR, and here in the deciding match they defeated Guild Eagles. Ecstatic, you have my respect, you became the only fully Danish team to qualify for the home major, that's awesome and amazing, congratulations. Another esports fairy tale, and the only thing left for them now is just to play well, and I honestly think they can manage. So what do we have in the end? Cloud9 and Mouse 3-0, Vitality, Spirit and Apex 3-1. ENCE, Heroic and Ecstatic were really close and went 3-2. Let's welcome these teams to the major. OG, Monte and Preezy are out, as well as the cheaters from Para and the strange dudes from Nexus. They're not attending the first CS2 major. Meanwhile, Astralis, Gamer Legion and Guild Eagles had to the last chance qualifiers. They're out of the 6 teams that finished the the RMR groups with a 2-3 score, only one slot is up for grabs. This battle will be legendary, and we're eagerly waiting to see what comes out of it. We will definitely discuss the outcomes of these matches in the next video, so subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss anything. Thank you for watching, friends. Don't forget to hit that like button and comment with whatever you like. I'm not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.